Good day, sir.
All right. Good day.
Sorry to bother you, but there's a few questions I would like to ask you. So I don't know if you can give me some few moments of your time to ask these questions.
You're free, sir. You're free.
Are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay. Your concept about secular or worldly or gospel music, what do you think you have to say about it?
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for such an amazing time like this. First of all, what is a lot of people they make mistake when you talk about secular music and then when you talk about gospel music, you know. And now I'm about to distinguish this for you all to understand. We have what we call secular music, which is the worldly music at large, and we have what we call the carnal music, and we have what we call the gospel music. Now, examples of secular music, we have like the national anthem, they are all beautiful songs, national anthem, your birthday songs, and the likes of them. But what are not carnal music? Carnal music are music that, promotes immoralities. When you listen to them, the next thing that comes to your mind are lustful thoughts and all of that, things that are not so okay, you understand. So my concept about worldly music, just like I said now, worldly music is not necessarily that bad as some people will say, because there are lots of motivational songs, there are lots of very cool inspirational songs that people listen to, you understand. So my concept about the whole thing is secular music is different from carnal music. Carnal music, they don't glorify God. The only thing they do is, to promote nudity, immoralities, and the likes of them. But then motivational music, which is the secular music we people call the worldly music, is what we know as the motivational songs, inspirational songs. Just like I said just now, birthday songs, wedding songs, and all of that. Those are secular music. And then gospel music, like we know, is what promotes the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, and all is all about just centered at reaching out to souls and helping souls, get back to God. So that is that's my take on that aspect.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, can you tell us about, can you give us a brief story about your musical experience or your journey so far? So, we'd like to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to just cut it down so I don't take much of your time. But prior to this time, I think, when the mantle of music dropped on me, that was in Edo State. That's in Uwelu, to be precise, Uwelu, Edo State. And that was, I think, I was still a very, very young boy then. I was still a toddler. It was in a church, and then the mantle of music dropped on me. So, from that time to now, the urge for music has always been, epic and all of that. So I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. So then, back then in Uwelu, it was after the music whole thing dropped on me, and then I relocated, life and changes and all of that. So I relocated to several states. But when did I go to the studio the very first time? This should be in Akure at about 2014, 2015. This was when I went to the studio for the first time. And then one thing about me is I wanted to do music because I loved music. I've not been called into music ministry, because music ministry is different from what we know as the general term of music and all of that. So I've not been called into music ministry then. So I just had this urge because I loved music so much. If many of you who know me over the years, you know that I love music so much. I wanted to do music. So what then happened? It got to that point whereby I just wanted to do music. I went to the studio, I recorded the music then. I think that was one of the best songs then in Akure at large. It was in a lot of radio stations and all of that. People, they were all calling in, oh, this song is awesome. People, requesting for the songs on radio stations and all of that. So, and I did it with some of the top artists then in Akure. That should be at around 2014 or 2015 or thereabout, because I can't really tell you in bit by pieces in terms of the year and all of that. So, but what am I trying to say? Is it got to the point whereby, okay, for the fact that I wanted to do motivational songs to inspire people and all of that, it got to the point whereby, well, first of all, I want you all to know, before you delve into something, I want you to know what is at stake and what you're going to meet there. You know, in the music world, there's what we call the dark side, and then is what we call the light side. You know, and then I wanted to do motivational music. I don't want to do carnal music. I don't want to, do carnal music, but I just wanted to sing, love songs and all of that, beautiful songs. I wanted to do that. But what did I meet on the way? It will get to a point whereby you want to do this music. It will get to a point whereby you need to know what you're up and against. Because you're going to meet a lot of people out there. A lot of people, you're going to meet them. And then to get to that point whereby they will tell you, okay, see, let me tell you something. Even one of your secular the carnal music guru out there, get to the point whereby he was like, are you sure you're ready to be courageous to follow what it takes? And I wouldn't want to tell you in bit by pieces of what it was like, because that's like a secret I'll keep in my heart forever. But it got to a point whereby you have to be asked. And then if you are the type that wouldn't want to go in that direction, they will term you as this guy is taking drugs. This guy is taking drugs so much. This guy is mentally deranged and all of that. They'll start tagging it in that aspect. So I will not give you bit by pieces because I want to keep that a secret for myself. Not because I'm scared of anybody, but I'm not scared of anybody. But the point is, I understand spiritual things, so I know what it is and what it is about. So that is that's what I have to say for now in that aspect. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. What is your goal, or what is your general advice for the young musical artists in general? Like, what do you have to say to them?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Just like what I was saying, if you're an upcoming artist and then you want to delve into music, and then do you want to do gospel music, or do you want to do secular music, or do you want to do the carnal music? The carnal music I will not advise you to do, because just take your eyes off there. Then for the motivational music, inspirational music, I wouldn't still tell you go and do it, but the way I will sound, the way I will sound in this aspect, it will give you will not know what to do. And my wishes for you is, if you want to do motivational music and inspirational music, I wish and I hope you meet a very sincere person in the industry that is ready to, because now in my term, in my aspect, because I'm in gospel music, I'm in gospel line, those of you who know me, my own, there are a lot of people now in our days, in this generation now, they're raising a lot of labels, record labels and all of that is raising young ministers, young gospel ministers. If you want to do gospel music, you can come under them, or you decide to, come on your own. Let me tell you something. Gospel artists and music ministers is a two different thing. For you as a gospel artist, and then you can just decide to say, okay, I want to be a gospel artist. I just want to take the message of Jesus Christ and put it in my song. But a music minister, you will carry them for head. You understand? You carry the whole thing for your head, just like me. For you all who know me, I carry the whole thing for my head. And then if you want to do secular music, you can do it. It's your choice. But I wish you meet a sincere person in that industry who wouldn't want to take you down the line to tell you, okay, you have to do this and that and that and that for you to be on the limelight. I don't know if I'm making sense. So,
yeah.
And then if you want to do carnal music, I would not advise you to do it, because carnal music, on the long run, you will definitely get to that line that they will tell you, you have to be courageous, you have to do this and that and that and that and that. And you wouldn't want to do that. And when you wouldn't want to do that, the last thing they will do is to come after your life. And coming after your life is when you're about to start leaking them. You also want to leak everything about them. You want to say things about them. When they try to impose the fact that I think you're doing drugs now. You don't have, something is wrong with you. If they don't get you in that path, and then you want to retaliate by confessing and telling people their modus operandi, the last thing they will do is to try to get you. If they don't get you spiritually, they cannot get you down totally. So my advice is, if you want to do music, as a gospel artist, I would advise the general public to come and sing for Jesus, because I saw in the start of a friend and a sister, she was like, she posted it yesterday on her start, and she was like, if his voice you have, use it for the Lord. What else would you want to do if you don't want to use the voice that God gave you? But if you say you want to do motivational music and all of that, it's your own goal. You can do it. But all I do is I wish you that you meet a sincere person in the industry. Because if you're under the gospel industry, definitely you will meet good people. But if we start having bad eggs in the gospel chain, definitely we're gonna fish them out. It's very easy for us to fish them out. You understand? So that's just my candid advice for the general public. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.